Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Haugen. Today we're going to do lesson 11 in our application packet, so please make sure you have your white math packet in front of you and we can get started. The story says, Ty bakes 2 pans of brownies. In the first pan, he cuts 2 rows of 8. In the second pan, he cuts 4 rows of 4. So the first part says, draw a picture of Ty's brownie pans. So because we know he baked 2 pans, we're going to draw 2 different pans, okay? In the first pan, he cut 2 rows of 8. So if I draw one line straight across, that gives me 2 rows, a top row and a bottom row. Now, he says 2 rows of 8. So I need to make 8 on the top and 8 on the bottom. So to do that, we can first split it in half. Now I have 2. And on this left side, I can split that in half. And on the right side, I can split that in half. That gives me 4. And then I need a couple more here. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, those are not even, so I need to do a little rearranging because my goal is to get my rows and columns as equal as I can, because I know if I cut brownies, my kids are going to want the same size brownies. So that's my first pan. 2 rows of 8. In the second pan, it says that Ty cut 4 rows of 4. So to get 4 rows, I need to draw 3 lines. So I need to draw like a top row and then a bottom row. And oops, that is again off a little bit. I have to make them a little bit thinner to get 4 rows in here. And then I'll split this middle one in half. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. The hardest part for this is drawing the rows correctly. So now it says he has 4 rows of 4. So I have my 4 rows. Now I need 4 brownies, so to speak, in each of those rows. So because I need 4, I'm drawing 3 lines. I'm always drawing one less line than I need. So I can do that very easily. I draw 1 in the middle, and then I draw 1 on each side. And that very nicely gives me 1, 2, 3, 4 brownies in each row. Okay, so there's the first part. I drew a picture of each of Ty's brownie pans. The first pan had 2 rows of 8. The second pan had 4 rows of 4. Letter B says, write a number sentence to show the total number of brownies in each pan. Well, we know first of all that we organize them by rows. So that's what we're going to look at here when we come up with our repeated addition. So I'm looking at rows. On the top row of this first pan, Ty has 8. No, he does not. I did that wrong, didn't I? I totally did that wrong. He should have 8. Kiddos, draw an extra one here. Mrs. Haugen counted wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I totally counted wrong. I'm so sorry. There we go. Now we have 8, a row of 8 on the top, a row of 8 on the bottom. It's a good thing to double check your work, otherwise I'd have totally missed that. So when I'm writing my number sentence, I know I have 8 rows on, or 8 brownies on the top row, plus 8 brownies on the bottom row, equals 8 plus 8 equals what? 16 brownies. Okay, so when I look at the first brownie pan, now that I've drawn it correctly, I know that I need, or that I have a total of 18 brownies, or 16 brownies. 8 plus 8 equals 16. If I look at the second one here, I know that I, again, organize this by rows, so that's what I'm going to look at. And in each row, I have 4 brownies. And I have 4 of those rows. So I need to put 4 of those, number 4s. Now, when I count this, interestingly enough, I still have a total of 16 brownies. So the first brownie pan has 16 brownies. The second pan also has 16 brownies, but notice how my arrays, how my pans look different. Same total, but the arrays look different. Letter C says, how many brownies did Tyler bake altogether? Write a number sentence and a statement. So my number sentence is the math problem, and a statement, I'm going to type out a sentence. So if Tyler baked 16 brownies in the first pan and 16 brownies in the second pan, how many brownies does he have altogether? 16 plus 16 equals 32. Now, if that's not something you could do in your head, remember you can always write it vertically. And we know that 6 plus 6 equals 12, which is 1 10, 2 1s, and in the tens place I have 1, 2, 3. That's how I got my answer of 32. Now it says to write a statement, and to do that we just need to steal from the question and type it out. Ty baked 32 brownies all together, period. So that's it. This application problem took a little bit longer, didn't it? So I want you to take a look one more time at the brownie pans. And I want you to notice that even though the totals are the same, the arrays look different. Boys and girls, for this math today, I need you to really be careful and take your time so you do this well.